Not sure how well this is going to film, but we're going to give it a shot anyway. I've got 6 rounds in the magazine for this. We're going to try to do a stock range test before I tear into this thing. I don't know if I'm going to keep this footage or not, but we're going to give it a try. As it's already dark, because I just got home from work. I do not like how these things work. These rocket launchers on the bottom of these do not look nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. Alright, well, stock Demolisher, ranging 40 to 60 feet average, with zombie strike darts that are practically brand new. Now this one has a little chunk in it, but whatever. I've only used these for range test. It's the only thing I've ever used them for. So, there we are. And let's get into it. And this is after. I installed new wiring through the entire gun. Everything else is gone. Everything that was in this gun came out. Everything but the flywheel cage and the flywheels themselves. You still got the stock flywheels, stock flywheel cage. Everything else is new. Fang motors up front, 14 gauge wiring, cherry switch, and a zippy compact 1000 3S LiPo. It's a 35C. So it's got a pretty good scream to it. I've got 6 darts, 6 elite blue darts, step-ins, loaded into it, and we're going to see what kind of range it does now. Definitely better than before. More consistent too. Because before, the first dart was back here at about 35 feet. We got one out here, 2 out here at 70 feet, 3 at 70 feet, and 2 more at 80 feet. That's 5. There should be 1 more. Oh! Wow. 90 foot. And that is with it scuffing the darts because the flywheels are moving so terribly fast. I'm anticipating as it builds up a little more rubber on the flywheels, it'll get better grip and pull a little bit better range off of it. But as it sits, that's pretty darn good. And we could also upgrade the flywheels, or I could coat them with rubber myself. But I haven't had time for this one. I've been extremely busy, and it's getting delivered in like an hour. So that's the end of this build. All he wanted was the internal upgrades, no external anything. He's doing a couple other things to it for the rocket launcher, and then he's painting it himself. So I was only doing half the work for this gun. When it's finished, I hope I could get pictures to put onto the end of this video, but I don't know for certain. So I'm just going to leave it at that. It came out pretty well. I did have to do some shell modification to make the motors fit. I did have to modify the flywheel cage to make the motors fit. Not much. Just had to shave down the little inside, they're like stud lines down the inside of it that make it nicely fit the stock motors. The Fang motors are just slightly larger. They're actually the size of the hole. So you just take those out, just sand them down or melt them down with a soldering pencil, or Dremel them out if you've got a Dremel because you're fancy. And they just slide right in. They're perfect. I highly recommend this setup. It's extremely powerful, as you can see, and fairly easy to install. Demolishers, though, are a pain to wire, so I'm just going to throw that out there now. But that's it for this video. That's it for this build. I'll see you guys on the next one.